Hello everybody and welcome back to Crypto Time. So what a day, what a day. We are in the sea of green. We are swimming in it. I am jumping in head first into this market today. So what we have is, as you can see, a deep, deep sea of green. Finally, right? Finally. I mean, after so many days of just red across the board and red across the board and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, we've finally seen a market-wide green day. Now, we are almost back above $300 billion market cap. Bitcoin is looking like it's surging towards 7K. Ethereum well over 500 now, and many of the other alts in great gain today. So you might be thinking, why is this happening? Well, it's a piece of simple news. Now, this isn't, of course, the only reason, but I think this is probably the largest contributing factor as to why we're seeing this green market today. And it's an article from CNBC that says Bitcoin and Ether are not securities, but some initial coin offerings may be, SEC official says. So we're going to dive into this a little bit. I'm going to read some of it, and then we're going to talk a little further on what it means. So it says, the SEC's point man on cryptocurrencies and initial coin offerings says that Bitcoin and Ether are not securities, but that many, not all, ICOs are securities and will come under the regulatory control of the SEC and relevant security laws. So they're saying that Bitcoin and Ether are confirmed not securities. They are not securities, but many ICOs are. Now that could mean current ICOs, that could mean ICOs in the past, that could mean ICOs that are getting ready to launch. There's a bit of a gray space right now, and we're going to talk about that. But it goes on to say, central to determining whether a security is being sold is to how it is being sold and the reasonable expectations of purchasers. William Hinman, head of Divisional Corporation Finance at the SEC, said in a speech at the Yahoo All Market Summit Crypto Conference in San Francisco. So what he's saying is that, first of all, this is great news for Bitcoin and Ethereum, because if a coin is deemed a security, every exchange, because there is not a single exchange that has a securities license to sell securities, that has a securities license to sell securities. So every exchange, you have to immediately delist that cryptocurrency, which would just absolutely plummet the price. I mean, plummet the price, right? It would shoot down. But what they said was that a lot of ICOs, not all, but a lot of ICOs are securities. Now, some of the determining factors that they're going to be looking at is, okay, how much did they raise? What was promised to the investors? Did the investors receive what they were promised? And are they actually doing what they were going to say with the raised funds? And there are a lot of projects that do not hit that criteria. They may kind of be wishy-washy on it and hit a couple and not all, but I think the SEC is going to really crack down on a lot of these projects that either ran ICOs, are still in ICO phase, or are planning on doing an ICO. And if you guys don't know, I mean, that's a lot of coins in the top 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. A lot of these coins had an ICO phase or are even still in ICO phase. EOS was in ICO phase until 3, 4, 5 days ago, right when they did their mainnet launch. So, I mean, a lot of these coins, a lot of these projects can be in real trouble. Now, that's not to scare anybody, and I think that a large majority of the more renowned and well-known projects should be fine. But, I mean, there's a lot of projects that I don't think are going to hit their criteria and are going to be in trouble in terms of being deemed a security. Now, I think it's probably going to take maybe a year to 2 or 3 to officially have some kind of regulatory checklist, that you have to hit. But there's a lot of coins that are in a gray area, guys. There are a lot of coins that are in a gray area here. So not to scare anybody, but just make sure when you're investing in these projects, they're hitting criteria. They're not doing things that are sketchy. They're not doing things under the table, and that they're projects that you're very confident in, and the team's very confident in what they're doing. So that's the news for today, guys. I'm really glad that the market is seeing a green day. We needed this. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of uncertainty. There was a lot of doubt in the community for the last week to 2 weeks when we were seeing these deep seas of red. So I'm glad that we're seeing a bit of a reversal, a bit of recovery from those dips, and hopefully we can get back to 7K and beyond. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the news that was given to you guys today. Again, please don't take this news as FUD or that I'm trying to scare anybody, because if anything, this is great news for Bitcoin. And as we know, the market follows Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin has a great day, the market has a great day. So all in all, this is good news. I'm just saying the SEC seems like they're going to be breaking or cracking down on a lot of these ICOs and a lot of these projects. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your due diligence. Oh my gosh. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, everybody. See ya.